Look, guys, I've been through this before. Unless you are the squeaky wheel, meaning suing, you won't get the records. I've talked to you about our lawsuit against the Justice Department for the audio tapes of Joe Biden's interview with Robert Hur, then special counsel. Now, Hur said based on his interview, he didn't want to indict Biden, even though he probably could have, because of his awful memory. He obviously had dementia. That was the subtext of his point. Well, only the transcripts were released. And even those transcripts were edited to make to make Biden look like he was more with it than he was. And they have audio tapes of the interviews. And obviously, for political reasons, they didn't want to release them. They asserted all sorts of privileges, executive privilege, privacy. The president has privacy interest in his voice. President Biden had a privacy interest in his voice. They said AI will be used on the tapes. Crazy excuses not to release the tapes. And here was my analysis first out of the gate when we began the fight.
Hey everyone, Joe Biden is so desperate to keep those audio tapes of his special counsel interviews away from you and from Congress that he is asserting executive privilege in a way that's never been done before in American history. And of course, it's also designed to protect Attorney General Garland, who seems so intent on hiding these audio tapes that he's willing to go into contempt of Congress, joining Barack Obama's Attorney General Eric Holder as the only Attorney General found in contempt of Congress. I tell you, Judicial Watch is already now in federal court suing for these audio tapes. They have asserted privacy exemptions to hide the records from us. They're trying to protect Joe Biden's privacy. Now, on top of that, now they're asserting executive privilege. We've never seen anything like it before. The tapes must be devastating. Now, Judicial Watch is going to pursue this issue in federal court. Frankly, I think we'll get the audio tapes before Congress does at this rate. But we're here fighting for you, the American people, as Joe Biden tries to cover up his corruption.
So here's an update on it. We're still in court, and the court on his own issued, or her own, I forget if it's a female or male judge, asked the Justice Department, hey, there's a new administration in town. Do you have a different view as to whether to release the Biden tapes? Now, what do you think they should do? Do you think they should release the tapes? Do you think the Trump administration should sit on the tapes? No, well, obviously you don't think that. Do you think it's a tough call? No, it's not a tough call. What did the Trump Justice Department come and do? Or lawyers working for the Trump Justice Department come and do? They came back and told the court that we can't figure out what we want to do for 3 more months. You have to give us till May 20th to decide whether to release the Biden tapes. I mean, talk about frustrating. I mean, one of the biggest scandals of the last administration is the coup, is the cover-up. Remember, they engaged in a coup to remove him from power by knocking him out of the campaign, Pelosi, Obama, Schumer, etc. The media and all the president's men, all the president's women, Kamala, covered up his dementia. Part of this cover-up included Garland hiding these tapes. So this is not only accountability for those individuals, but it explains just how desperate they were to put Trump in jail because they knew Biden was so weak. And of course, their plans were kind of blown up when Biden, in the debate, completely collapsed. And so if I were the Trump administration, I would release these tapes immediately. I wouldn't wait 3 months. I don't know why they're waiting 3 months. So this is an example of where we have to push. I know there is this desire for transparency in the Trump administration, but you've got to kind of put, and they've got a lot going on. I admit, I know. Some of you are going to say, oh, give them some time, Tom. Look, guys, I've been through this before. Unless you are the squeaky wheel, meaning suing, you won't get the records. Even if the administration wants to give you the records saying, oh, we agree with Judicial Watch, we sometimes have to sue to get the records just to get them to follow up. And in this case, it's mind-blowing that they want to wait 3 months before they figure out whether to release these tapes, withheld for obviously fraudulent reasons. But I'm reminded by watching the video about how awful Garland was. Garland went into contempt in terms of refusing to abide by a subpoena on this issue. And he was not prosecuted by his colleagues at the Justice Department. They weren't going to prosecute Garland under Biden. Now, the Trump administration, under the Justice Department, should take a look at that and decide whether to prosecute Garland anew for his contempt of Congress. Because it can't be the only people put in jail for contempt for Congress are Republicans and supporters of President Trump. When you have an in-your-face violation of the rule of law, absolute contempt for Congress by an Attorney General of the United States, it would seem to me incumbent upon the Justice Department to seriously investigate and, if necessary, prosecute that. So Bannon goes to jail, Navarro goes to jail, Garland gets a get-out-of-jail-free card. I hope the Trump team takes a look at that. So I'll let you know. Hopefully they change their mind and release the tapes more quickly. But I don't want to wait till May. Get it out now. Trump's moving so fast. I think the Trump team should apply this speed of light approach, as they are with EOs and DOJ and things like that, to transparency. Get the documents out. Just get them. Push them all out. Shovel them out the door. We'll send the Judicial Watch team to pick them all up and bring them and put them on the internet so that you, the American people, can see. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.